so excited to be talking about vision as we prepare for this new year. And what I really wanted to talk about is what happens to a vision that you don't nourish. Just like anything else you don't nourish, it dies. If we don't nourish our bodies, we get frail, we get weak, and we can die. Same thing with our visions. But nourishing our visions can be a little bit more difficult because let's face it, in the day-to-day life, you can go about doing things all day long and never really be focused on your vision, especially if it's your own personal vision, which you are pursuing. So some of the things that I've learned about nourishing a vision, because I have had a vision and I continue to have a vision and I have to keep it nourished or else it doesn't happen. I remember I had the vision to create a retreat and it just came to me. Really, I was a fairly new life coach. I hadn't done any events, not a single event, but I just had this vision of creating a retreat and I knew I wanted it to be in a beautiful location and I wanted to have women there who would come and they would learn and they would grow and we would just pour into them. And so I had this vision. That vision took years before it manifested, but it never went away. It kept being nourished. So even when I wasn't consciously thinking about it, subconsciously, I had accepted that vision. And then when I made a choice to start manifesting it, there were specific things that I had to do to nourish that vision. One thing I had to do was to surround myself with people who believed in my vision. And I am very blessed because as soon as I said it out of my mouth, I had people telling me, oh, that's a great idea. They actually believed in my vision and they didn't try to shoot it down. Sometimes when you have people who try to shoot it down, that vision never takes off because the seed of it gets wounded or injured. So make sure you share your vision only with people who are going to be supportive. But that's not enough to nourish your vision because people are busy and they move on with their own lives. They don't have time to keep watering your vision. That's your job to water your vision. So the next thing is that you have to start acting on that vision. You have to take steps. So I started even before I had a concrete idea of what it would be, years before it actually happened. I started meeting with people. I'm like, oh, I would like this person to be at my retreat. I would like that person to be at my retreat. And I started taking actions related to my vision in order to move my vision forward. Even though the vision didn't happen right then and there, and it actually didn't even happen with those people that I talked to, me taking those steps of faith helped to nourish that vision. My mind started to believe that it was real and that it could really happen because I was taking steps. And then the third thing is to write the vision. I know the Bible talks about writing the vision, making it plain. When it came to my goals, when it came to the things that I wanted to have accomplished, when it comes to my vision, I write it down. I have my planners that I use. I have different prompts that I use. I have quarterly, I review my goals and my visions, but I wrote that vision down. And you want to write it down with as much detail as you possibly can. Because as you write it, and I'm one of those people who, as I write things, I start to remember, it starts to become real. As you write it and you see it on paper, then not only does your mind start to try to create it, not only does the universe start to attract it, but also your subconscious understands it and has all the details to keep the vision alive. And so that nourishes your vision. So those are the top 3 things I would say that you need to do to nourish your vision. And then along the way, this is the hard part. When you're doing the work to manifest your vision and you're tired and you are running out of time and the obstacles start to appear, that's when that belief comes in. You have to believe without a doubt. There is no room for doubt when it comes to nourishing a vision Because if you start to doubt yourself, that chips away at the vision. And it's like a plant that's not getting sunlight, that's not getting water. It starts to wither and eventually it will die. So you have to be 100% lockstep certain that this vision is the vision, and you're going to do everything to make it come possible because it is supposed to be. And that's how I was with that vision. It was difficult. And some of the people who believed in it in the beginning dropped out along the way. Some of the people who I partnered with believed, but they still didn't believe as much as I believed. It was my vision. It was my responsibility to believe about it 100%. And to be so passionate and so unyielding in my belief that they had no choice but to believe with me, that they could start to see the vision come to life through my belief. And when you have belief that is that strong in your vision, it's inevitable that you'll manifest it. So that's what I wanted to share about nourishing your vision. I hope that that helps. I hope that you have great visions for yourself, for your life, for your community, for the world coming up in this new year. All right. Bye-bye for now.